Hi everybody, and welcome to Sit and Knit for a Bit Christmas Countdown.
And we are, as always, your hosts, Arne and Carlos.
And this is our daily podcast in December. We are very happy to bring you a little bit of Christmas joy every single day from beginning of December and all the way until Christmas Eve. Freja is with us today. She has been relaxing somewhere else, but today is actually her Christmas ball.
Yeah,
so she has to be here in order to talk a little bit about it. Hopefully she will tell you all about the Christmas ball.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we just wanted to give a little shout out to Prym. Prym has supported this podcast, this Christmas podcast, and without them we could not have actually done this. So we are very grateful to Prym. And we love their needles. So if you want to know more about the amazing Prym Ergonomic Needles, just go to the links down in the in our description and click on them, and they will take you to all these amazing sites that will uncover the wonderful world of Prym Ergonomic Needles.
And Prym Ergonomics, simply knit more easily.
Oh wow, you've got a hang of those little jingles, huh?
I can do this.
Yeah.
This could be like my future.
Maybe we should hire, or they should hire you at the radio. You know, one of those commercial radio stations where you have to do that jingle.
No, you're better. You should be on the radio because you have a radio voice.
Well, I have a louder voice than you.
You have a radio.
And probably my voice is louder not only because my voice is louder, but also because I am a little bit hard of hearing, and I do need to get my ears checked out.
Did you eat blueberry this morning?
No. Why are you asking?
I think there was something bluish there.
No. I just put a little bit of lip gloss.
Oh.
This time of the year, you know, dry lips, not very attractive. So, but no, they're actually orange flavored, not blueberry. And I had apples for breakfast, so no blueberries today.
I had a knäckebröd with red cheese.
Wow, yummy.
That is so good.
Yeah,
So-
traditional Norwegian red cheese. And can you tell?
Is brown cheese?
Yeah, brown cheese.
I tell the story.
Yeah, why not?
If I remember it correctly, but I think there was a woman up in the valley like the neighbor valley where I come from, and she accidentally burned the milk when she was
boy.
doing white cheese. And then she came up with this idea that she could make brown cheese. And it's really good, like, but where I come from we call it brown cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So when I said brown cheese, a lot of people think that's strange, but
Yeah.
it's a brown cheese.
And it's made of goat or cow's milk, and it's kind of,
It's like caramel.
yeah, it tastes like caramel. It's an acquired taste. I actually like the one that has a little bit more of that, not the sweet
The
flavor, but a
darker
little
one?
bit, the darker, the goat's cheese, that has a little bit stronger taste. Like, there's a little bit more oomph to that taste, you know, like, oomph.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
But our friend in New York, we always brought her the brown cheese
Yeah.
because she really liked it, and that was a little bit scary because sometimes you're not allowed to bring cheese when you travel. But this is a dry cheese, so this
Yeah.
one you can actually.
Yeah, that one is allowed, and
Yeah.
it's also vacuum packed,
Yeah,
so that
they
was no
actually
problem.
scanned my suitcase, and I was a little bit scared. But then I found out later that this is okay because it's a dry cheese.
Yeah.
You can't bring like what you call those soft ones.
Yeah, like the brie, the camembert, the
camembert.
roquefort.
But why are Freja here? You should,
Oh yeah, so Arne,
you should tell people why.
so here's Freja, and we're gonna tell you a little story about Freja today. And I think I only need to say 2 words, and I think people know what I'm talking about. So, or maybe you would like to say
2 words?
Yeah. So the 2 words that everybody knows we're talking about Freja are moose.
And then she.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, you see, moose. Oh no, not today. Today she just wants to
Yeah.
lick my nose.
And then Helmer is also here. He's like
Yeah.
under the table.
So usually, she is a very loud dog. She loves to communicate verbally, and she loves telling us whenever there's a moose in the garden. And she does bark a lot. And you guys have seen her for many years in our videos. And every time she barks, we usually say moose.
Yeah, and now Helmer is learning because he was actually
Yeah.
he was quiet when he came, but now he's learning from the best.
Yeah.
So every time she barks, he barks, and that is harder.
That's actually more annoying because he's got a louder voice.
But now he saw that you had Frejas, and now he also wants to be cuddled.
Yeah, he wants to cuddle as well. So anyway, every time Freja barks, especially when we're filming, we feel so embarrassed because we can't really make her stop. So we usually yell or say moose, moose, and then we laugh about it.
But it's
and
actually
that's just,
true.
Well, hang on, and that's just a way to kind of make a little joke about her barking so that people don't get too annoyed. The funny thing, though, Arne, is a lot of people have taken it seriously, and they believe that we have moose around us every single day.
But not every single day, but many days. We have a lot of moose around here.
Oh yeah, this is moose area.
So, was it like a few years ago? We even had the picture of 2 of them, I think, or maybe we have a picture of all of them. There were 3 big ones on the ice. And
I think we started, if I'm not wrong, I think we started and ended the year with moose. So if I recall, it was a morning in January when you walked into where I was and you said, just go look out the windows, but be quiet.
Yeah, there were 2 in the garden and 1 on the lake.
Yes, there were 2 in the garden and 1 on the lake, and it looked like one of them was a very young calf.
Yeah.
And they were hanging around in our garden, and then eventually they all jumped the fence and went into the rail tracks. Yeah, he really wants to come.
I think he's jealous now because you have Freja on the lap,
Yeah.
so he also want to be tiny and be on the lap.
But you're not a lap dog. Anyway, we were observing these moose for quite a while before they jumped out over our fence and ended up running along the railway tracks. And we finished the year because last year on Christmas Eve, the moose were that away.
Yeah.
By our greenhouse.
Yeah, they came out from like behind the greenhouse. There were 2 of them. They were
No. I think there were 3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the picture.
Or 2. No, there were 2. There were 2.
I think it was 3 on that side and 2 on that side. But they're really beautiful. And when I was watching one of them when they jump over the fence, it was like in slow motion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really nice. But
these creatures are huge and they're majestic.
Yeah.
And just so beautiful. I wouldn't want to meet one though.
No,
face
especially
to
like
face.
if you have a dog in a leash. I think you should be careful.
Yeah.
Because they can attack and.
And I remember one year. We were driving back from a gig, and suddenly there was a moose on the road, and I think both of us got a little bit scared.
That was scary.
But you did the right thing because if you would have hit the brakes, we would have probably crashed right into the moose. And maybe we wouldn't have been here today. It you did the clever thing.
I took up the...
You actually speed the car up instead. So
because like we were sitting there in the car and it came out on my side. So I was driving and in the winter or in the autumn you're very alert because you never know. And suddenly I see this shadow in that dødvinkel, was that?
It's kind of like
the dead zone or
yeah,
something?
it's kind of like the zone on the
side?
kind of side of your eyes.
So I saw there was like something moving on this side, so I turned my head and I was like looking under, like up under the belly on the moose. And the moose was running
parallel
to the car. And I was thinking if I don't get the speed up now, he will actually hit us and maybe end up on the front of the car. So I just speeded the car up as quick as fast.
And what happened was you kind of nudged the moose just slightly.
Now we
going.
heard like a little
yeah, a little boom. Not a big one.
Oh,
Arne.
Oh, sorry.
Moose, 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 moose.
Now I think there's people coming. and then he actually he was into the car with his leg or something, so we had to stop the car and check because if a moose is hurt, you actually have to call the police
wildlife.
and there are someone coming and look for it if it's hurt too badly. But there was not a mark on the car or anything, so we were fine. But that was scary.
That was scary, but I have to say I admire or I think that your instinct at the time, and this was late at night, so we were both very tired, we had been working very hard, but I think that this is human survival instinct. You kind of did instinctively, you calculated in your brain in a split second what to do in order to save us from a dangerous situation. And by just hitting that brake
But there
and
was
moving
no other
fast,
choice.
there was no other
But
choice.
sometimes, like, if you don't think clearly, you could actually panic and just pull the brake, and then
That would have been lethal.
that would be bad.
So we're very lucky, and we're still here, and we're here every day, and
But
we
Carlo,
can always.
I think you need to take her down because he is so jealous.
I know, so I'm gonna take her down.
Oh, look at her! Listen to her.
Anyway, here's Freja, and today's ball is dedicated to Freja, and December 11th is the day today, so ball number 11. We're calling that Moose Moose. Do you want to show the ball?
Yeah. So this is the moose. This is the moose ball.
So this is the first ball that actually has two alternate names. You can either call this ball December 11 Moose Moose, or you can just call it Freja's ball.
Yeah.
It's up to you. And it's also the first ball in the calendar that is knit across two.
So it's repeated
sides.
2 times, the diagram. And also, when you, for those of you who have the chart, is it chart? Yeah. You will also see that we marked increases in a different place if like according to the basic pattern, because again, I think we said it one more in another episode. There are some of the balls we actually choose to increase in another place and also decrease. Like on this one, we also have decreased in another place, because if you follow the basic pattern and you increase where it's like where you normally would increase or decrease, you change the pattern. So we have marked it.
Yeah. So usually our balls go across. Also, you knit. What we show you is a fourth of the ball, and of course every ball has 4 sides. So you repeat that 4 times. But the chart of the moose actually shows two sides, which means you only repeat it twice.
This is not nice. I think we should get them out.
Yeah, Helmer is a little bit excited because we were hanging out with Freja. Now he wants some time alone. So I think that we just have to cut this today's calendar short.
Yeah, but we only had 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But I think we still have time because I have to tell you something.
Oh,
I
tell
don't know
me.
if you have been looking around in the room, but I actually, since we were showing the moose, I took down my grandmother's lamp and put that in the corner because that corner is so dark.
Yeah.
And that is actually a moose in the sunset.
No, yeah. Well, that's a moose.
It's
Another
a moose. She had that on her TV.
Yeah. So December 11, moose. It's not really a Christmassy kind of thing originally. I mean, in Norway, we would probably do more things with reindeer. And if you come from other countries, you've got the Santas.
Something is smelling.
Oh, I think it's just.
It's not burning in.
No.
This was a very chaotic day. We
Yeah.
have to watch all the candles and
the dog and everything.
dog,
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna cut this short, but here is Moose, ball number 11. Arne is gonna hang this up in the Christmas tree. And the formalities are as follows. Like this episode, put in a comment, enjoy the engagement. We love the engagement. Click on the notifications and you will never miss an episode. And make sure to subscribe because it's a lot of fun.
And remember, we have a competition. So
Yeah.
if you post your most beautiful picture on Instagram, we will look for it. And then we will pick 2 winners. And they will have a gift in January.
And the gift is the book, the ARNE CARLOS idea book, as well as a ton of Prym needles in here. So make sure to tag your photos on Instagram with ARNE CARLOS and sit and knit for a bit, and you will be eligible for this wonderful competition. And we're going to select a lucky winner each for January. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Is that everything?
So
This was short.
Yeah, another chaotic podcast from ARNE and Carlos. Moose. We've got some crazy dogs here.
Maybe there are moose in the garden because they both are so crazy right now.
So time to go now. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.